Running back Ezekiel Elliott of the Dallas Cowboys has been suspended 6 games by the NFL for violating the personal conduct policy. Now, the suspension comes as a result of last year's incident in which he had it with his ex-girlfriend, and she accused Zeke of domestic violence. The NFL says they believe Zeke beat her up 3 times in the same week. And they even had photos to prove it, the photos that leaked out to social. And remember, Ezekiel was living in Ohio at the time he played for Ohio State, and the Columbus City Attorney's Office announced they couldn't charge Ezekiel because they had inconsistent and conflicting information. We're going to get to that later. But they wrote that letter to the Dallas Cowboys, a.k.a. Jerry Jones, to inform him that the dates was July 17th, the 19th, and the 21st. And they basically said he caused physical force and injured Ms. Thompson on all of those dates. And the NFL went to the Columbus City Attorneys to find out why he was not charged. And this was their reason. They told them that we never concluded that she was lying to us. We generally believed her for all of the incidents that came. But remember, they didn't charge Zeke because they said we have conflicting and inconsistent information. But let's get to the facts. Zeke led the league last year with 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns. He's black, okay. And Tiffany is white. I want to make race a part of the equation, but when famous black celebrities or athletes are accused of domestic violence and charged or another charge of this magnitude, we always have to second guess because of recent history. Now, Tiffany's story was Ezekiel basically beat her ass on separate occasions and she was just getting tired of it. I'm calling the police. But this is when the whole story flipped. This is when everything with him. Thank God in some situations this doesn't happen because Ms. Thompson's best friend, Aaron Mason, was an informative. And she set it off. I mean, she went ham somehow, some way in the interrogation room or questioning room. There must have been some Dallas Cowboy fans, cops, I'm telling you, man. They got the truth. According to her, here is the official document of her statement. On July 21st, early that day, her and Tiffany was Tiffany was in a fight with a random broad for some minutes before Miss Aaron can break them up. And for whatever reason, who cares? But later that evening, she informed Aaron, Miss Thompson, that Zeke was having a gathering at his house in Ohio. So they pulled up later that evening, remind you they were together as a couple, Miss Thompson and Ezekiel. And then when they pulled up, they seen Zeke with a shorty in a vehicle in a parking lot. Now Zeke was in a passenger and the shorty was in the driver's seat. And Miss Thompson exited her vehicle and approached them to basically start screaming. Zeke decided, hey, I need to get out of here. This is my exit. And he went upstairs to his apartment with the girl that was in the vehicle. And according to Miss Aaron, she told Ezekiel that she was going to ruin his career. She would call the police. This is sad. For the public opinion of Zeke, he's a Dallas Cowboys player, America's team, the most watched football team. And they even had text messages which Tiffany asked Aaron to lie before the police shows up of like Pacific days, time frames. Should this even be a consideration for suspension? I'm not the biggest Cowboys fan in the world, but Zeke and Dak is two very talented brothers. I appreciate black excellence, and Zeke and his team is looking to appeal the NFL decision for the suspension. But do you think Zeke deserves this? I don't think so. I don't think he deserves half a game suspension. There has been evidence that this case is a little bit fraud. But hey, what do I know, man? This is all sports talk, your NBA guru and the NFL guru, the host with the most. I'm out.